So I've recently been reacquainted with the Transformers series, and I have a lot of questions. So, first of all, it's my understanding that the first movie begins because Megatron was like knocked out ice cold in the Arctic or something, and then Arctic Grandpa shows up, and he's like, "Oh my God, this is a freaking alien!" And then he drops his glasses, and Megatron's navigation activates, and then like it conveniently carves a map to El Dorado on the glasses, and then Megatron like forgets somehow, like the little sim notification was over his head, and then he like conked out, and then it was gone, and he just doesn't know where what is it, the Allspark, where the Allspark is. This is where I get kind of like I feel like the movie could have ended really early because so then Arctic Grandpa's grandson tries to sell his glasses on eBay, which are broken. I don't know how much he was expecting to get for broken glasses, but like he could have just donated those to like one of those programs for like kids in other countries who like need glasses. Um, so at first I was like, oh, okay, so if they just need the map on the glasses, why can't they just use the pictures in the eBay listing? Because they can see them. And then I was told that it's because, oh, the pictures are too fuzzy, so they needed the actual glasses. And I was like, okay, well, why don't they just, like, message seller and be like, hey, I'm super interested in these broken garbage glasses. Could you send me extra pictures? And then Sam could have been like, oh my God, sure, I'll just, like, take 2 seconds. Here's your pictures, and then the movie would be over. And then I was told, no, it's like, there's physical information embedded into the glasses that can't be picked up on a photograph because it's ancient Cybertronian language. So you're telling me that they couldn't have just, like, messaged Sam and been like, hey, I would like to buy these glasses. And then you could be like, oh, well, Transformers don't have money, they're aliens. But they know how to use the internet, and I'm assuming they're very smart and advanced. So couldn't they just, like, like, I feel like they have a lot of processing power. Couldn't they just, like, mine some Bitcoin through Bumblebee or something? And then they, like, sell that for, like, $5, and then they message Sam, and they're like, hey, I want to buy those glasses. And then they wait for him to mail them. And then the movie's over. Bam! Problem solved. And so, like, I don't know. Why would you not just, like, buy the glass? I feel like Transformers, for, like, to save Cybertron and prevent the destruction of it, they could have totally just been, like, just bought the glasses for, like, $5, and then everything would be solved. But they don't. And then I was like, I don't know, maybe Optimus Prime just, like, is, like, a security nut, and he doesn't want to give his email out to anybody. Yeah, so that was my first question, because I was like, just buy the fucking glasses. It's fine. It'll problem solved. Actually, now that I think about it, Optimus Prime's voice is really nice. I feel like he could start, like, an ASMR YouTube channel and make all the money he needs, and then probably some extra, and then they could, like, go for gasoline. I don't know what Transformers eat. I think they eat Energon, but, like, I'm not 100% clear on the inner workings of Transformers.
Your human collaborators have served their purpose, Soundwave. It's time to eliminate loose ends.
Okay, second question. Well, it's not really a question. I would just like to point out that Megatron is my spirit mammal, because he's fucking awesome. I don't know, I just love his attitude. Like, there's a part where he just, like, flicks some dude away because he's like, oh, disgusting, it's a rat. It just killed me. I just laughed for, like, 5 minutes because I thought it was the greatest thing I've ever seen in my life. And, like, honestly, when I was little, I thought Transformers was stupid because I was like, I don't understand anything that's happening, and this is boring. But now that I'm an adult, I'm like, holy shit. The fucking CGI artist should be making millions of dollars because the fight scenes are so cool, and I love them, and that's not really a question. I just wanted to share that.
Jazz, organize a battle unit. We're going after them.
Third question. Why are the Autobots so bad at working as a team? So, like, I get the impression that, like, Optimus Prime is just, like, war veteran. He's seen it all. He's a master killer, and he just fucking murders Decepticons all the time. Like to the point where I'm a little concerned for him mentally. Anyways, so he's just like a one-man army, and then all the other Autobots are just like like it's a part-time job for them. Like, I swear to God, every episode in the TV series, Optimus is like by himself and the Decepticons form a little bully circle like they're gonna take his lunch money. He just single-handedly wipes the floor with them. And then the other Autobots just like roll out like super slow, and they're just like, hey dude, what's up? And then like the fight's already over, and then the Decepticons are like, oh no, the Autobots are here. Like Optimus Prime wasn't single-handedly murdering all of you. So yeah, like I don't know why Optimus Prime doesn't ever have like an annual review where he sits down with the Autobots and he's like, hey Bumblebee, I like your enthusiasm, proud of you, kid. Everyone else, you need to fucking be on time, because one of these days I'm gonna get murdered, and it's gonna be your fault. And conveniently, that does happen in the movie, where he's like by himself, and Megatron fucking murders him with a tree in the chest, and then the Autobots like show up late, and they're like, whoop, 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 whoop. Oh shit, he's dead. What do we do? And then Sam's running through the forest like, oh my god, what do I do? I'm this tiny person, and these fucking giants are fighting over me. I'm the best girl at the ball. So yeah, the Autobots are bad at their job. They need like some kind of discipline or structure, or like to be reprimanded, or like basic boot camp. Because like I feel like they should know some of these skills, because like. Okay, so everything I know about Transformers I got from movie clips and watching the video game movie for War and Cybertron, which was fucking awesome. Anyways, so like it's my understanding that Optimus Prime has had the most experience in combat and things, which is why he's so much better. But like the Autobots have been at war with the Decepticons for a really long time. I feel like they should know stuff by now that they don't know. Basic skills like showing up on time to meetings, knowing how to like fight as a team. Like the Decepticons, super uniform, very good at fighting. Megatron, I think he's terrible as a leader in like the sense of like managing people's emotions. Like Starscream, what is that? That's another question I have. Why has he never like I think he killed Starscream once or twice in the cartoons, but like I would kill him immediately. He's the least like every time Megatron like has a cold or like goes to buy milk, Starscream suddenly like,
how do you feel, mighty Megatron? Astro Train, transform and get us out of here!
Don't leave me, Soundwave.
As you command, Megatron.
Megatron has been leading us in an endless war for far too long. It's finally time for me to take command and lead us into glorious victory.
And then he mutilates for like 5 minutes and like maybe like forces some Decepticons to like make a gold statue of him to like put somewhere. And then like right in the middle of his like,
I am your new commander, and don't even talk to me about Megatron. He is dead to me.
And then Megatron shows up and just like beats the shit out of him. And he's just like, Starscream! And then it's fine. And he's just like, oh, that's just Starscream. He's like a silly puppy. He's just silly. We keep him as a pet. He's just entertaining. And then Starscream's like, space rats, I hate this job. I'm gonna go pout in the corner. Yeah, why do we never, like, just fire him? I don't know, just fire him. Send him to the Transformers, because then he'll betray them, like, all the time. Because he'll be like, Optimus Prime is too bossy, and I don't like him, and he hurts my feelings because he makes me do work. Okay, next question. So, you know when they, like, whop, 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 and they, like, transform? I really want to know, like, can they transform into other things? Like, can Bumblebee turn into other things and he just prefers to be a Camaro? Or is he stuck as a Camaro, like, forever? Like, the first, because, like, the way they do it in the movie, the all the, like, Transformers land on Earth and they see, like, a cool car or whatever, and they're like, I want to be that. And then they're that for the rest of the movies. And I'm not sure if that like is a reflection of their personality or not. I also find it really silly that Megatron was just like a giant, like he was just like a Luger pistol or something for a while. He just was a gun, but huge. And that was very inconspicuous. No one would suspect a thing. And then they were like, well, okay, maybe not like a handgun, but a tank would be cool. So then he's a tank. And I think like, by the way, there's going to be spoilers. I'm sorry if you haven't seen all 14 of the Transformers movies. Okay, so anyways, then at some point Megatron like dies, and then they like shoop his soul into a different body that like the humans made, and then he's a little tiny Tokyo truck, like you know the little like little tiny Japanese cars that are like really efficient, but like they're so tiny and it looks like a clown car. He's one of those now. So when they have like this little tiny Japanese car when he escapes, and it's just like driving, and then they do the like wah 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 of like the crazy metal flying away, and then bam, it's Megatron. I just can't take it seriously. He's a little tiny truck. It's so cute. I want a little tiny Megatron Japanese truck. It would be the cutest fucking thing ever.
Megatron must be stopped, no matter the cost.
Oh, okay, and another thing the Autobots are bad at. Planning for the future. So I want a fanfic where like Megatron and Optimus Prime come and work together, because Megatron's super good at like discipline, making sure people are on time, planning for the future of Cybertron, and Optimus Prime's skill set is really like killing people, being nice to the other Autobots and making them like loyal because like they love and respect him. But like every time the Decepticons have a plan. They're like, oh, we need this ancient toilet so that we can produce energon, and then we can save the Cybertron. And then the Autobots are like, you can't have that. That's bad. That's not for you. You're evil, and you can't have the magic toilet. So then they briefly obtain the magic toilet, and they're like, oh shit, we don't know what to do with the magic toilet, so they just destroy it. Like there's a part where there's like a weird spire thingy in a pyramid, and the Autobots are like, we can't let the Decepticons have, that's bad. So they just like fucking destroy it, and I was like, wait, okay, so Cybertron is dead now. There's like 12 Autobots on this planet, and all the Transformers are spread across the galaxy. So like the likelihood of you being able to build another one for a different planet is very low, because you have like no resources from original Cybertron to help you. And you just destroyed something that could be useful later if you want to like revive like I really feel like Optimus Prime, his heart's in the right place, but he doesn't know how to plan for the future. So he has no fucking clue what he's doing. They get to a spot and they like steal a thing from the Decepticons. They're like, oh, I guess we have to break it now because there's no other possible uses for this super advanced Cybertronian device that we could use to save Cybertron. And then the Decepticons are like, yeah, we could totally just like shoot this, put it on a planet, and then steal all the energon, and bam. The age of glory back again. All the Transformers can come home and stop being refugees. Like they really just need to like just sit down and like, I don't know, have a negotiation meeting and be like, you love Cybertron, I love Cybertron, but we don't want to kill the cute puppy monkeys. I also think it's really funny that like Megatron knows what's up. He's like, you're human as a pet, right? And they're like, no, he's not a pet. He's just small, and we take care of him, and we think he's cute. And we also think he's sometimes stupid. But he's not a pet. No, he's an equal member of the team, even though he has no practical purpose. And he's just like around, and we think he's adorable and kind of naive because we've been alive for thousands of years and he's like 20. There's a lot of things about the the feud between the Decepticons and the Autobots that I don't get, and I don't know, like I think I'm just very diplomacy would be the best solution, and then everyone could stop being refugees.
You think these little chains can hold?
Oh, okay. So another thing that just baffles me. So from the first movie, we know that the Transformers can just like tune into the entire internet like a radio and just like absorb all that information. But for some reason, after Megatron dies and they like put him in a little facility and they're like, we're gonna keep him here and it's super secret, they have like an entire news meeting to tell the world, like, oh yeah, so the prisoner known as Megatron, the Decepticon leader of the Decepticons, just in case the Decepticons are listening, is in this specific remote location, and like if you get lost, there's a tree. So the headquarters looks like a giant temple, and then right next to it there's a tree, and if you get confused, it's on this road at this address, and the way to get in is the code is 999615. In case you didn't catch that, the code is 999165, and there's gonna be like 5 guards inside. Their names are Jerry, Thomas, and Steven, and they like chocolate, and they will betray the entire universe if you give them a stack of chocolate. And then when you get in, Megatron's in some, like, super heavy, so, like, all you need to do is you, put in the Queen's birthday, and then he'll be released. And, yeah, but, like, nobody tell the Decepticons. They can't know. It's a secret. But nobody can know. It's a secret, okay, guys? The Decepticons can't ever find out that Megatron is at 12357 Avenue, apartment number 31B, and and the only person guarding him is a dog named Bono. Why are you so stupid? You should know by now that the Transformers are very fucking advanced and smart, and like technologies that, like, honestly, write it on a piece of paper. Like, put it in a newspaper. Don't do it on the news, like, don't broadcast it. Just, like, write it in a paper newspaper, and they'll never know, because I don't think they read newspapers.
What do I miss most about my youth? My boyish good looks. Such a square jaw. What a handsome devil I was back then. Let them come.
Okay, also, there's this part that breaks my heart where, like, Megatron's like, oh, Cybertron, you were saved. I did good. And then this fucking blonde lady who's so, I don't know, her face just, I don't like her in any of the scenes that I've seen, because she just seems like a nothing character. Anyways, so he's like, oh, I did good, now I can rest. And then she's like, no you can't, that's because Sentinel was bad and he tricked you and stuff. But like in that moment, Megatron and this blonde lady have the most chemistry of like any male female lead in the whole Transformers series, and I'm kind of like, there's a sexy fanfic of these two, because like I would read that. I would read sexy Megatron falls for like feisty blonde human lady fanfic. That'd be really fucking cute. I would read that. And like, I don't know, it would be so cute. It'd be like a enemies to lovers like romance. But like with a Transformer, I don't know. Like I feel like the size difference might be a little dangerous if it's like a sexy fanfic. But like, I think good chemistry. It's cute. I wish there was more of like Megatron like sassing with some little human people. It'd be really cute. Also, who do you think foots the bill for like tax stuff? You know, like every time that Transformers get into a fight with each other, they just like decimate whole blocks of cities. And like I'm sure people must die. So like who pays? Like do the Transformers have to pay expenses? Like the Autobots, are they like, oh, this is reparations for murdering like 20 people during a fight? Sorry about that. Thanks for letting us still live on this planet though. I mean, you can't do anything about it because we're super powerful, but like, we appreciate you. They do like a little heart sign. Like I think I don't know. Like, who pays for that? I want to know. Also, who are all these new people in the new movie? Do we like them? Are they good? I haven't actually, like, sat down and watched the movies because my attention span is very short. So, like, are they good? Do we like them? Because I don't know. Like, Megan Fox was cool. I liked her. She's, like, hot and cool, and she seems like a really nice lady, like, in real life. But other than that, like, I could just watch the Transformers do Transformers thing. Like, War on Cybertron, oh my god, it was so good. Like, like, I don't know. I also just love, like, the way they say things like Metroplex. I don't know. Or, like, the Dinobots. I fucking love the Dinobots. They're so cool, but it's also kind of, like, really sad that they were just like, we should take Transformers, and then we should, like, force them to be dinosaurs. And then poor Grimlock gets the short end of the stick because they're like, oh, we have to limit his brain power so he can fully transform into a T-Rex. And then he talks like this, like caveman. He is Grimlock. Grimlock is T-Rex. Caveman. I think I'm funny. That's the important part. Okay, so while I'm doing this, I was just like watching clips that I found funny earlier so I can remember what I was gonna say. I remember this one where, okay, so they've they stole Megatron's head to make new Transformers, but like people coded ones, and he's like, why does it not look like Optimus Prime? He's the cool one. I wanted an Optimus Prime figurine, but I keep getting Megatron. And it's like, I don't know, maybe it's because you're basing it off of Megatron, who's a Decepticon, and he's technically part of the working class and is not in the same cast as Optimus, so he's built for different things. Just a thought. And then there's this part where he just starts smacking the whiteboard, and he's like, algorithms, math. And I'm like, me too, dude. This is me in school when I was doing web design. And I was like, yeah, this is too much math. Why doesn't it work? Because sometimes you're coding, and then it breaks, and you try everything, and nothing works. And then you, like, close it, and you come back to it, and it's fine again. Like, it's just fixed now, and you never know why. My theory is that, like, maybe server things don't get sent at like right away, and then it just takes a little while for everything to update, which can happen, but like technically if you hard refresh it should be fine. But yeah, like I've had that, like, algorithms, math. It's such a mood. I love that. So yeah, I have a lot of questions about like how the Transformers function, and like you know, the different, like, the politics behind the Transformers is very fascinating to me. And I find it a little bit, like, unfortunate, you know, that, like, Optimus Prime and Megatron could have worked together and, like, done something awesome, but they're just, like, constantly fighting with each other, and it's stupid. But, like, also awesome, because they get to, like, throw things through buildings and destroy ancient monuments. But yeah, there's a lot of things that confuse me about the Transformers, and or they just seem like really silly. And I'm not sure if it's like on purpose to be silly and I'm just extra socially unaware, or like if it's silly to me because sometimes like I just see things and I'm like, this is really silly, and it's just me who sees it that way. But yeah, like I've been enjoying learning more about the Transformers and the ins and outs of the way that like the Decepticons and the Autobots interact with each other. It's kind of fun. But yeah, there's some stuff that I'm like, this is a little silly. You guys could have just like bought the glasses on eBay. You could have. Okay.